I still can't get enough of that damn intro. That just blows my
Oh,
mind. Every time I watch it, I get goosebumps. Andrew did such a good job with that. Hi and welcome everybody. It's our date with Nate. We meet once a month for our lovely date and do live readings. Any kind of question you want to ask it. Put it in all caps, please, so that I see it. That helps. Um, real quick housekeeping here. We got Androniki Skincare. That's the website. Y'all know I swear by it. Best stuff I have ever found in my life when it comes to skincare. So check it out. And then I've got Otter Spirit. I'm wearing several of their bracelets today. I got their tiger's eye, their citrine, and their garnet on today. And just because they match what I'm wearing. So that's one thing I like about having my pick of bracelets. I've got collected quite a few now. I can kind of mix and match them to whatever I'm
really?
wearing, you know. So
And your
that
outfit matches the purple background.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, this is kind of a burgundy maroon with purple mixed in, and a little bit. But Otter Spirit, if you use the link, then I get like $1 or $2 if you buy something, and if you use the coupon codes, you can get 20% off or 30% off if you spend more than $99. And they do bracelets, they do rings, they do earrings, they do necklaces. So um, they just, I haven't gotten theirs in. This is one I've had for a long time. They've just started doing
Oh,
spheres. And so I've got a selenite sphere coming in because
wow.
that's like the only stone I don't have is selenite. And
Night.
everybody keeps telling me, "Oh, you need that to cleanse your other stones.
Yes.
Selenite is a cleansing stone." And I'm like, I keep saying I need to buy one and just never got around to it. Well, now they've got spheres and they had a selenite, so that's what I ordered. And so I mean they've got some marvelous stuff, and everything you buy from Otter Spirit, $1 goes to uh, the rescue of the Wild Sea Otters of Monterey Bay, which almost went extinct. There goes the dog. And almost went extinct. And so they joined up with a conservation group that was trying to rescue what few otters were left. And so every time you buy something, money goes to that. So it's for a really good cause. And okay, that's all the yik yakking I'm going to do. So, um, Nate, let everybody know what you're up to, what you got coming up.
Well, I have my magazine here, paper magazine here that really excited that just launched. Sherry got one of those. It is in digital and paper format. The digital is
Look,
$10.
he put me in his magazine,
Yes, with an interview.
my
Well,
first
it's
magazine spread.
yes, that's the official celebrity stamp, and it is available digital $10 or paper $20. So
And
you can
it's
choose. Yes.
you have access to his store where you can buy all kinds of goodies. His whales, Oracle of the Whales stuff, either the cards with the book, or you can get pillows, you can get a tote bag, you can get a coffee mug, which I love because it's a big coffee mug, um, and his mystical saints also has stuff on here where you can get like what all you got, like the altar cloth and the
Mhm.
cards, the book, a mug, and a candle. You could get a candle. I didn't realize you had a candle. Oh, I got something new I gotta buy.
Yes.
And so, and inside his magazine here, he goes through like the elements and breaks it down with each element and how you can use that, what you can do with it. Um, he also does. You did
Well,
the
there's a cookie.
uncovered ruins. this time out, you've got to
Yes.
which and Sabrina, Tree of Life Inner Guidance, she makes ruins. She makes her own. So that's a place to connect with if you're looking to buy a set of ruins. Um, uh, he's there's a thing on yoga in this one that I
Yes.
just started reading, and
Recipes as well.
recipes.
Recipes.
He's got a thing on pets this in
Yes.
here. Um,
And it's an article from Jeline,
from
who's been on.
Jaylene, yeah, she's been on with me. You connected us up. She come on. I need to get her to come back. Uh, I keep saying that, and then I forget to email her. I'm so bad about that. Um,
There is a Valentine. It's a Valentine's Day special. Actually, you see the different types of love. This is
there you
all.
go.
Yes.
And you've got the astrological in there this go
Yes.
round.
There's
Yeah.
an astrology, a couple of them, and there is travel as well. There's tips for the winter, and then an article from Helen, Irish Granny, on the origins of the days, the months, and the seasons. Yes.
Oh, cool, cool, cool. He's got a thing in here on the solar eclipse coming up.
Yes.
I know. Mel, the Aloha Shark Psychic. He's actually going to be, I don't know, somewhere over there
Nice.
where full solar eclipse is supposed to be like a 100%. And he's taking a group there. They're going to be there. I mean, it's just not that one day and then they're leaving. That's part of that trip package. But so if you want to go see it firsthand in Iceland, is it Iceland or somewhere in Iceland? I've never been there. That would be a fun trip to take. Plus, you get to see a full solar eclipse. So
And I'm actually gonna be in Mallorca. It's also 100% there. And I don't really have a trip organized, but I tell people that if they are there, I'll be happy to meet them. So it's more casual, but I will talk about that on my YouTube channel. Just one more word about the magazine. I am doing a launch party on Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern. It's a live show. And if you attend the show, you can win actually paper or digital magazines. So tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
That's tomorrow. There you go. And I've gotten every one of his magazines that have come out, and I still have stickies and dog ears in the first one of stuff I go back and look at because it's just so much information without it being overwhelming is really great. I want to bring up real quick Todd, who's one of my members, one of my buddies, been in the hospital all week. He also just celebrated his birthday.
Oh,
Yesterday. I know I sent you a card. I just don't remember what day now. I'm sorry. But in the past couple of days, he had his birthday. And when was his birthday? Because I know I wrote it down. Either it just happened or it's coming next week. I don't remember which. But anyway, I can't get my stupid book to change pages. He had his birthday, and so wishing a big happy birthday to Todd. And I'm so glad that you're home and able to catch up and that you're able to join us. That's important. And a big hello to, let's see, we've got Karina James Gerard. Oh, I like that. Pegasus is here. Phyllis, Moon and Stars, Gemini Marari, Shirley Mearson, Fallon, Voices from the Swamp. Who let her in? We've got I said Fallon, Nancy, Shirley Mearson. I've been so bad about not naming folks that get in the chat that I've been fussing at myself. Arlene, Jen, Zox de Campos. Okay, that's a cool name. Gina too, Goldman XY, that's Roman. Y'all know him. He comes on the slumber party a lot. And Annie Berger. So that kind of runs down our list. If anybody else joins in a little bit later, I'll try to remember to call them out and say hello, but a big welcome. And I've got uh, I've got stuff going on at home, and then tonight's a slumber party, and I got a whole crew of folks that are gonna be with us tonight. So I really enjoyed doing the panels. I've started putting together 4, 5, 6, 7 people that all come on with me for the
Oh,
slumber party on Saturday night. So it's a whole panel of us, and
wow.
it's a lot more fun because we're able to cut up and act silly, and it's a lot more fun when you have somebody to cut up and act silly with
Yeah.
it. Can actually talk back to you while you're doing it. So that's always nice. And Goldman Roman has his own channel. He does readings. Make sure you go and check out his channel and subscribe. You'll be glad that you did. And we got quite a few people, I think, in here that have their own channels and stuff. And so check them out. And I'm going to let Nate talk for a couple of minutes and bring us up to date on the EPS files. And I'm going to go through and star some stuff while he does that. So I'm not trying to read and talk at the same time, which talking wins out when I try to do that. So,
Well, I was talking with Sherry a little bit before the show with the about 3 million documents. A lot of you might be aware, like came out yesterday. And I mean, I'm not an astrologer, but I was. No, today it's not just political questions, Gina. We're doing either.
whatever.
Yeah. We and it's interesting. I mean, not being an astrologer, but I know tomorrow is full moon in Leo, and February has a lot of astrological stuff going on. There's an eclipse. It's also the Chinese New Year.
Start up the fire horse is the
Yeah,
new.
it's just this February just feel like it's packed with a
We got
lot of.
Mardi Gras happening in February. We got Valentine's Day happening in February. So, in fact, Nate and I are going to do a Valentine's Day special.
Special.
And so make sure you join us for that because we might be giving away some goodies
Yeah.
and doing some stuff. So it'll be fun. And
Yeah.
-1 degree in Ozark Mountains of Missouri. No, thank you, Fallon. You can keep that temperature. I'm already feel like a popsicle stick in 30-degree weather. We're just not used to that kind of cold down here where I'm at. It's just it's not normal for us. We don't have the clothing for it. We don't have the stuff for your car for it. We don't have the stuff for the roads for it. So we just I saw this morning a massive pileup on one of the interstates. I think one of the north-south interstates, I-20. I saw had a news brief run across like 20-car pileup or more. I'm not sure. So you're talking about the whole roadways are going to be shut down in that direction for a while they try to clean up the mess and deal with. I mean, they've got like a full-on blizzard happening up in northern Louisiana. That was us last year at this time. We had a blizzard down here where I'm at, where
Oh.
I had never experienced that in my life. It was the first time I ever saw a blizzard. First time I ever saw snow like that. I mean, we had like over a foot of snow outside our apartment. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe. And it wasn't like heavy snow. It was that real powdery, fluffy kind of snow. And it was the wildest thing. I still have to go back and look at some of the pictures and videos we took. It's like, God, I can't believe that actually happened down here. I'd never experienced it. That was a first for me. Um, so we got any kind of questions you want to ask? Open field. So
Shirley has a good point that there's also a Mercury retrograde in February. So that's a big one. And there was a question, I think you'll have to take that question. I think it's Ramon's asking if in the giveaway for Valentine's Day, you will give away some Melania movie tickets?
I don't think we can give those away. It's getting shut down all over. I know South Africa like withdrew it from all of their theaters. They're like, yeah, no, we're not showing that here. Um, so I think it's just freaking hilarious that it is such a bomb because I mean, it's a lot cheaper to go buy a Playboy or whatever other brands there are to go see her early pictures. That's where you would find her. So that's and I have no problem if a man or a woman wants to pose nude or whatever. That's your business. I don't care. I don't have a problem if somebody wants to look at it. I'd rather them look at magazine pictures than to go attack little girls somewhere. Um, it's to each his own. Whatever flips your switch has kind of been my motto. But don't turn around and try to come off like Mother Teresa
Yeah.
and and no, I'm so prim and proper. It's like, no, girl, just own up to it. You were a allegedly speaking an upscale call girl. What they call a what do they call them when you get up to that level? They don't call them call girls. There's another name for them. Um,
Escort?
Escort. Thank you. Yes, a personal escort. So I know when I lived in Phoenix, there would be big old ads in the newspapers and stuff. Become a personal or become a private escort. I'd be like, yeah, I don't think so. Um, and they would advertise for men and women. Evidently, there's a big business for men to be a personal escort and provide services. So, um, yes, if you got enough money, you can buy whatever you want. Uh,
On that topic, I read a note on the internet or on a magazine or a paper. Like where there was the Davos forum where Trump talked. Like where everyone went in Switzerland to discuss. When he made a speech about Greenland and all that, and they had a 1,400% increase on their escort needs, um, because of all the rich people going to Davos.
and then the Epstein files just dropped with, well, I haven't seen them yet because I'm a little behind on the news because I took a few days off. It was like, okay, my brain can't handle anymore. I need to like unplug and do something else for a little bit. And then now I'm getting, did you see, did you read, did you hear? It's like, no, I didn't, but boy, I got some reading to do this weekend just to catch up with everything.
I'll
That's,
see it or
that's why we were late getting started. Nate was filling me in.
Well, I stayed at a high level. I didn't get into any of the details because that would not have been good.
Yeah, no, I don't want to look at that before I'm doing like readings and stuff for people. Is like, when I'm geared for political stuff, that's cool. And light political questions I can do, when we're doing a mishmash, whatever you want to ask. But a lot of times when we do these, it's a lot more personal style questions. And it's like, I don't want my brain over there when it needs to be over here. and, yeah, no, Roman, you'll have to go buy your own Melania ticket. Um, it ain't going to come from us. I can guarantee that.
I didn't volunteer. I just asked if you would volunteer tickets. For me, that was a no from the get-go.
No, no, not coming for me. That's for doggone sure. Um, oh, Ann says they're having a heat wave in is that Michigan, 16 degrees. I was talking to Mel the other night and I was griping because it was like 29, 30 degrees here, Fahrenheit. He was like, oh, yeah, we go barbecue in weather like that. He's like, we're like that negative right now. And I'm like, okay, I can't handle that. That's that's too cold. um, so, yeah, whenever time I gripe about how cold it is, all the Northerners are like, yeah, you don't even have clue. I'm like, you're right, I don't. And don't think I want to either. I'll go visit North in the summer when it's warm. I don't want to go up there when it's cold. Um, but let's see. I think, all right, I think I've just about got to the bottom. Up there's another one. And Silky Steel will be on with us tonight too for the slumber party. So y'all check in. She's pretty good. So I'm calling you out, Jan. Oh, hey, Jackie's here. Hey, Jackie. She'll be on with us tonight too. So, okay, let me see. I think we just about hit. Every time I think I've hit the bottom of the damn chat, it jumps. All right. Oh, that, that, that. All right. All right. Oh, did I get to the bottom? Oh, I got to the bottom. Yay. All right. Um, we've got 15 questions starred. So I'm going to have to close questions at this point because otherwise we'll be here all day. And I know we both have things to do after this show is over. So, mods, you're on duty now. Keep up with anybody coming in after this and just let them know. So sorry if we're not able to get to you. Come back to the slumber party tonight and you'll get your question answered then. So, all right, let's see. First up, we've got Shirley Mearson, and thank you for your donation. That's so sweet. Um, let's see. Well, understanding will help me trust that the life I've been building is belief in yourself. That's the first thing I heard. Believe in yourself. I don't know. Let's see what the cards say. Um,
I'm also getting like don't give up, just keep going, keep going. They really want you to not to lose any momentum. Actually, I do feel you have momentum.
Absolutely. And just realize what you know today is not what you're going to know tomorrow. So each day will unfold things as you need to know them. And yeah, that can be really frustrating, but that seems to be the way spirit works. Okay. Interesting. All right.
I have two fire energies, playfulness and experiencing. And I think, I'll start with this one, experiencing. You are fully alive and unfolding. That's actually another word for experiencing. This is your own experiment live. This is about you experiencing different things, different time. Look at this really strong fire red energy here in this card with playfulness, which is also
Ooh.
fire red energy. But the playfulness is also, I think, Shirley, a very big reminder here to celebrate your achievements and not just to keep go. We all tend to do that. I think that applies to a lot of us here. Is that we keep going. Yes, I was talking about momentum, but celebrate where all your milestones, all your progress, because you deserve that. But it's also a very important part of gratitude. The more you celebrate, the more you show gratitude, the more you bring more successes. So don't forget to celebrate.
Absolutely. All right. Well, the first thing I got is the resting tree, and that's talking about patience and stillness. So this is kind of find that quiet space somewhere where you can be still and be patient on the inside and just reach out to spirit and say, okay, show me what I need to know. And
Mm.
believe me, messages will come. Maybe it's something that pops onto your TV that suddenly you hear it. You've heard it 100 times. It went right over the head. And then this day you hear it and it's like, oh, oh, they're talking to me. Okay, I get it. A lot of times that's how we get messages, in a song or somebody just says something and it's like ding, the bell goes off. And then I drew the metal king. And this is talking about discipline, armor, and boundaries. So it's important to have some self discipline, what I call my me time, even if it's only 5 minutes a day, just a little bit of alone time where you can just kind of sit and just let your mind go blank and just rest for that 5 or 10 minutes. And a lot of times you'll be greatly surprised at what spirit will come and pop into your head. And suddenly you're like, oh, I never thought about that before. Or you'll see something, butterflies will show up, or an eagle will fly by, or, something, uh, like if you're sitting outside or taking a walk through nature, you'll see something that maybe has always been there, but you never noticed it because you weren't looking for it. And when you take that quiet time, suddenly spirit is going to highlight that kind of stuff for you. And then I got the Ten of Cups, which is talking about, a happy life, a full life. Look around you and be grateful for what you have. Um, because while there still may be things you need, where you're at right now is still something to be very grateful for. Um, and then the last card I drew was the Queen of Swords. And so this is the Queen of Swords is kind of telling you to engage your brain, start thinking things through, seek truth in any situations or any topic that you're looking at. Let your logical thinking skills come to the forefront. It's real easy to get real emotional about stuff, and we all do that. But trust me, I'm number one guilty. Um, but it takes some of that discipline and boundaries to be able to listen to the logical side of things, of thinking something through. And a lot of times, just being able to think it through can answer questions you didn't even realize you were asking. Um, and that's what I got for you. I hope that resonates with you. Thank you for asking again, and thank you for your donation. It's greatly appreciated. Um, Next up, we got Gerard. Thank you for your donation. That is greatly appreciated as well. I do appreciate it. Having a fallout with two friends who seem to be keeping their weekend trip a secret from me.
Should I walk away from this friends group?
Oh, that's a hard one. The,
Mhm.
okay. Wow.
Okay.
If you're ready, you can go
Okay.
first.
Interestingly, Gerald, I'm getting a lot of cards that describe not so much an advice, but how you feel about the whole situation. So I think we have to acknowledge that. The first card is suppression. You feel suppressed. The second card is compromise. You feel that they didn't, this is the two friends and you're not in that picture. Um, Control, you're feeling like you have a lack of control over what's happening. The Ten of Wands, it's a little dark here, but you see a sense of burden. And then importantly, the Hermit, where you feel alone. So all those five cards really describe how you feel. So first, I feel like we need to acknowledge that you feel alone, you feel suppressed, you feel like they didn't compromise, and you feel also a lack of control over situation. I pulled one more card from my Wales Oracle deck to see what advice they had, and they said healing. And so I know that that doesn't really give you a complete answer, but I feel that in order to heal, you need to walk away. I feel maybe temporarily from this friend group, and so that would be my advice: is that you pull away maybe for a couple of weeks, and then you reassess the situation on how you feel later.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, the first thing I got was the Page of Pentacles. So, usually with the Page of Pentacles, you're receiving messages. In this case, you managed to realize that two friends were keeping a secret. So, in a sense, Spirit was giving you that message that, okay, pay attention here. But it's not saying to jump on it and react in. I think Nate is right to kind of take your time on this and see where it goes from here. And then I got the devil. So this could be just a warning that you're being kind of guided away from them at this point in time, because there may be something going on that in the little, once you would know all the facts, you wouldn't want to be involved in. Um, it feels like it's not you that's the reason for this. This is something going on between them that they're going to have to come to terms with. You're just kind of catching the you're catching the blowback on it, because suddenly you're being excluded and you don't understand why. Um, then I got the Seven of Cups, which is, there's a lot of choices here. There's a lot of things you can. I don't know if it's gonna show it that well, but each cup has something different in it. So there's all of these different opportunities, different choices, different dreams. It may be time to start looking inwardly and find what it is that you need to pursue. And you have a lot of things to choose from. So this could be a time to just step back and go, all right, let me reevaluate where I'm at and what I need to do. And the last thing I got was the Two of Swords. And that's facing something that you can't really decide with logic. Just like all of Nate's cards were emotional, this is going to be an emotional decision that you're going to have to make. And it's going to hurt no matter what the decision turns out to be, because you've got two double-edged swords. So cuts in, going in, cuts coming out. And that makes it that much more difficult. But this is a decision that you're going to have to make. Yes, there's going to be a logical aspect to it, but this is um, more of an emotional decision. And then I pulled the Winged Wise Ones, and this one talks about angelic help, miraculous aid. So this is part of tuning into spirit, and they're going to help lead you in the right direction and let you know what direction you need to go in. Um, and just uh, like Nate was saying, don't make any sudden decisions. Step
Mhm.
back for just a little bit and see, kind of get a feel for what's going on. Um, give it a little time. Let it kind of simmer in the back on the back burner. See what's happening. And in the meantime, go on about your business. Don't worry about what they're doing. Just you do you. What interests you? Maybe spirits get ready to bring a new person into your life that would be more important to you than these two friends. And so they're kind of showing you that separation. And just I don't know why that came to me, but that's what I'm picking up. Um, and I hope that helps.
Yeah. I'm
Let us
sorry.
know, Gerard. Yeah. And yeah, that hurts when something like that happens. Okay, let's see. We got Karina. Do you think a personal assistant to a private family might be a better choice than dance teacher? Is this for you? Your
It feels that way.
yeah, that's kind of what I'm picking up on. I'm just wondering, is this a decision for someone else, or is this a decision for yourself? Um, yes, for yourself. Okay. Um,
I mean, Karina, I'm getting a lot better energies with the personal assistant than the dance teacher. From a stability standpoint, from a financial standpoint, um, maybe it's a timing aspect where I think you would be a fantastic dance teacher, but there's better times for things than others, and I feel like the private family assistant. I'm just getting better cards all around. Yeah.
okay. All right. Well, we're starting out with the first card that came up was the Page of Swords, and so this is facing new challenges. This is something new is coming in your life. You're being presented with a new opportunity, or more than one opportunity. Actually, it says theory and logic are clear to you, and you will know exactly what to do. So it's just a matter of maybe breaking it down into do's and pros and cons. Make a list.
Hmm.
What's all the positive thing of taking a personal assistant? What's all the negative things? And then do the same for dance teacher, and see which one. When sometimes when you can write it down and spell it out, it can make a big difference into what direction you go in, because suddenly you start seeing. I mean, I'm with Nate. I think personal assistant is going to give you a little bit more time for yourself. It's not going to be as demanding as being a dance teacher. Now, if dance is your passion and that's what you've always wanted to do, then go for it. But I'm just saying it feels more weighted to one side. Then I got the devil, which is just don't let anybody talk you into doing one or the other that you don't want to do. I think that comes in a lot with, if you get people start pushing you to go in one direction and you just get that feeling in your gut, like, I just really don't want to do that, go with that. Again, that's that spirit let you know this may not be the right choice for you. And then we got the Seven of Cups again. It's all of these choices. So you've got choices. I still feel like a pro and con list on each choice will help kind of logically spell it out to you where you can actually look at it on a piece of paper and go, oh, well, it's very obvious that I need to go this direction as opposed to the other direction. Um, and it may be important to decide what kind of salary am I going to get with this. Is one salary going to be a lot more than another salary, than the other salary would be? That may be important. Um, Sorry, my mouth was sticking together. And then the last thing I got was the altar priestess. And this talks about preparation, prayer, sacred ritual. Like Nate was saying, there's a full moon tomorrow night. Maybe go slip outside sometime tomorrow evening when the moon is full and manifest in your prayers, let go of what you don't want and ask for what you do want. You can create your own kind of ritual for that. Some people burn incense, some people write it down on paper or on bay leaves or something and burn them. Some people, there are different ways to do any kind of a ritual or prep for a ritual that's very individualistic. It's you do what feels right for you, and then let spirit show you the way. They'll start giving you options for you to look at. Um, and I hope that helps. Karina, let us know how that goes. Okay, next up we had Fallon. It had a quick free reading that said someone close to me would betray me. Any idea how I would be betrayed? Okay. I'm not feeling betrayal just off the top of my head. That's not what's coming out. Um,
I'm not really getting an energy of betrayal either, Fallon. I just feel that there's an energy around you where I could see you a little bit tired, a little bit pushing too much yourself. Like we all get through that. Like we think we can do one more, or we push ourselves to the limit. And I feel to me like it's not a betrayal. It's like I feel like you're a little bit at risk of having a burnout.
yeah, that rings my bells.
And so the good news with that is you do have control. Know that you are aware that, I'm getting the card of exhaustion. And that's why I was saying that, because, and I was having the card of moment to moment. And so taking it easy versus exhaustion. So, uh, since you are here in the chat while Sherry's pulling her own cards, Fallon, does that resonate a bit more with you? And I think, I mean, in the burnout, there's an element of surprise. And so Okay, she's saying yes, 100%. Okay, so I think this is more what's going on here is that it's I can understand what it could show like a betrayal because there's an element of unexpected surprise. But I think you have a lot of control. This is within you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Um, the first thing I got is Seven of Cups came up again. So these are new opportunities, choices, things that you can look at. Um, it, it doesn't. I'm not picking up on betrayal. To be perfectly honest, what's coming through to me is not betrayal, but in this other person being overwhelmed by something in their life and it's bleeding out into your life. And so they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to express it. So it's easier to just be the bad guy sometimes and or to give off that vibe that you're walking away from someone when that's not really what they want. Uh, and then I got the what is this? The I got the Eight of Pentacles, and I'm like going completely blank on what that one stands for. Wait, I'm gonna look. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. This is mastering and perfecting your skills. So this may be something that again that spirit's putting in front of you to point you in a different direction that's going to be for your most benevolent good down the road. Um, I'm just not picking up on betrayal. I'm picking up on overwhelmed emotions.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing I keep getting is just being overwhelmed. And so because they don't know how to handle it, they're coming across in a way that to you would feel like betrayal, and that may not be their intention at all. So again, it would be good to kind of just ride this out a little bit and see where it's going. Then I got the Ace of Swords. Um, so Ace of Swords is basically this is truth. So whatever's going on, the truth is going to come out and it's going to show itself to you so that you know for sure what is going on. Um, it can bring you happy news. It can bring you sad news. It doesn't depend on if it's good or bad. It's just telling you that a major a major decision is coming. Um, and to just take your time with it. Because then I got from Oracle of the Whales, deep currents, reconnection. So this to me is just spirit telling you, okay, you need to step back, do a little bit of self-evaluation. Why do you know what's going on in your life that would make you feel like you're being betrayed? And again, maybe reach out. It feels more like it's the other person and their problem and not you. You're just the happy scapegoat that they're going to put it off to. That's what I'm getting. So,
And I wanted to comment on something. There was a message from Gina to not every reader is going to pick up at the same thing, maybe.
right.
I kind of always use the idea of the elephant. You are touching different parts of the elephant, the nose versus the leg, the back, and exactly. But it's the same elephant. So I would not say, this reader's right, this reader's wrong. They are all touching different parts of the elephant,
Right.
different aspects of the same thing. And the fact that different readers see different things is just because it's different parts of that same energy. So I always want to bring that up because this comes up a lot in readings where we do readings and then someone comes in and say, well, another reader said this, and you will never hear us say this reader's right, this reader's wrong, because that's not ethical for us to do. And
No,
so we want to acknowledge that, we see different parts of the same thing. That's all. Yeah.
right. And we're all being shown different aspects
Yes.
of the same train wreck. And so depending on where you're at and what you're picking up on is going to depend on what you say. So it 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 just feels like it's something more on their end than it is on your end. You're just getting the blowback on it. And I would just maybe step back and just give it a little time and see what happens. I wouldn't make any rash decisions on it. Take this time to kind of deep dive on yourself and do some reflecting and seeing kind of where you're at. You may be the only person that can reach out and help them through it. So um, there's always that aspect of it. Okay, Jen, how do you see 2026 goes? Virgo, born in the year of the snake. All right, that might be the second part of that, may be more Nate's strong point than mine. I'm not real good on astrology. Um,
My
I know a little bit
experience.
about being born in the year of the ox because that's what I am. But
Oh,
I
me
can say,
too. Sherry, I'm an
oh,
ox
really?
too.
Yeah, I'm an ox. So,
Yeah.
oh, that's so cool. See, that's why we get along. We're in the same herd. That's it.
I didn't know. Okay. Well, one thing that I would comment for Jen Lily is that my experience is that when the year is the year of your sign. So this year that's going to start very soon is the year of the horse. And if you are a horse, my experience for me and people that I've read for, usually it feels that it is a particular challenging year. And so you said that you were born year of the snake. Last year, 2025, was a snake year. So
That's
in
right.
my view, it might have been a difficult year in 2025. I wanted to acknowledge that because it was that was your year, and unfortunately, sometimes it's really hard when you're experiencing your year. And so, let's look at 2026.
Yeah.
That should be better by definition because, yeah, Seven of Wands. I think you had some challenges in 25. Okay. And now I think you're moving forward. Those challenges are going to be less. Yes, I see you like it was particularly difficult last year. You are looking forward with the new year, Jen Lily. Um, and I feel like, particularly when it comes to relationships, I have the lover. So, not just romantic, but it could be friends, family, coworker, etc. It's going to be easier, particularly in the area of relationships.
All right. Well, the first thing I got was the Queen of Cups. So it, this is going to be an emotional year for you. There's going to be a lot of emotional things happening, and it's going to pull on your emotions. There may be times when you need to kind of pull that in and protect your emotions, and then there may be other times when it's going to be really important to push that out and let everybody be aware of kind of where you're at from an emotional standpoint. And there's so much stuff happening nowadays where everybody's emotions are all over the place. It's good to kind of take stock of where you feel on something. And then I got the Four of Pentacles, which is talking about conserving your resources, hanging on to stuff, um, in a way, kind of protecting yourself, putting a protection up around yourself. Um, that could be a really, I mean, Pentacles is more like earth energy, uh, money, things, objects, whatnot that will come your way. Um, But I feel like what Spirit is saying, don't go out and spend a bunch of money that in 2 months you can't afford to pay for. Be very conservative about your finances, and now is the time to save. Put away, unless it's something you really need. Stick that money, in a bank or in a credit union. Use a credit union. Don't use a bank. Um, put it in an envelope under your bed. Whatever. But it's a time to kind of conserve everything. And then I got the Eight of Swords, and that's feeling trapped. Um, there's a real good sense that situations are going to come up and you're going to feel like there's no way out, there's no easy decision for this. But just before, you were being told, conserve your resources. So that goes along with this Eight of Swords. The better you are, how to the better prepared you are for what may be coming up, the less dramatic impact it's going to have on you, because you've already kind of prepared for that. Um, Something we say down here in the South, especially with hurricanes, is prepare for the worst and hope for the best. That's, which is a good way to kind of approach life. So, or at least in my book anyway. Yeah, pop ups. All right, let's see. Who is. Oh, we're at 57 minutes. Okay. Okay, Gina is a member. Am I meant to be single?
Okay. First of all, I don't believe people are meant to be in a certain way. I think, I understand that you're talking about your life path and somehow your karmic life is written, but you also have a fair amount of free will, you know.
Yeah, because I mean, we could read on you today and say, "Oh, Prince Charming's going to be knocking at your door tomorrow," and then something's going to change in his plans, and he doesn't show up, and then you're crushed. So, it energy shifts and changes from moment to moment to moment. So, in the moment that we read and tell you something, that's true, but it could be totally the opposite tomorrow. And um, and being single doesn't mean that you're alone. There are a lot of people that are married with a house full of kids or whatnot, and they're the loneliest people you'll ever meet because they feel disconnected from everyone. And I've known a lot of single people that don't have that spousal type of relationship that are perfectly happy because they have other people around them that fill that need that a significant other would fill. Um, you may even turn out to be like me and like, yeah, no, I'm not going there. Did my time. I was married for 20 something years. I'm perfectly happy with being single now. So, um,
And I feel like since we're doing a Valentine's Day show, we are talking about all kinds of love.
that's right.
Of course, it could be with a family member. That's love. With a friend, with a pet, with people around you, with yourself. You know, and so that I think is an important aspect. Is we're not looking at just romance. We're looking at love in the most universal form. Now, Gina, I wanted to share a couple cards that I got with you. The first one is slowing down, then postponement, and then fighting. So those cards tell me that at this particular moment, you're not ready for romance. I do get this sense that actually you're not looking right now. So that validates that. But so there's definitely a timing aspect where it doesn't feel like this is the right time. If you were thinking that you really wanted someone right now with those cards, I would tell you that okay, it feels pretty clear that there's something where you're not ready. And so what is blocking you? What is your soul is telling you you're not ready? Is there fear? Is there a vulnerability issue? Is there, because if you were looking to be in a relationship or romance right now, it feels like you don't feel, your soul doesn't feel ready. So we could ask the question again and see at a different time, like Sherry said, you would be readier. But if this was right now, there's clearly something to work on.
I mean, I have people all the time ask me, "Well, you don't want to get married again or something?" I'm like, I'm not looking. I said, if spirit wants me to be with somebody, they're going to park them at my front door and knock and saying, "Okay, I'm here." Because until that happens, I'm just, I'm happy with where I am in my life at this time. And so I don't need that relationship to fulfill me. A lot of people live like that. A lot of people settle for someone when they're not really invested. It's not the right time for them, or it's not the right time for the other person. How many people do we know that marry someone and then spend 10 years changing that person? And then when that person changes, they're like, "Well, I don't know you. I want a divorce." Well, you're the one that changed them. So, you know, um, with what I got, the first thing I got is Three of Cups. So that's celebrating where you are right now in your life. Just, you've got friends, you've got family, you got people all around you that you can spend time with. Celebrate that. That's what's important for now. And then I got the Queen of Pentacles, which is talking about um, you've built up resources, your own money, your own maybe physical things that make you happy. You've got friends around you, family around you. You don't need you don't need another person to fulfill you, because that will never happen. Another person will never fulfill you in the same way that you fulfill yourself. You got to work on you first. And then the last thing I got is the moon. It's not in the cards right now. That aspect is kind of hidden away. It may happen tomorrow. It may happen 5 years from now. Either way, it's not right now. Is what I'm getting. Enjoy what you got for right now, and then worry about the rest later. That's the best way I can put it for you. Let's see. Cat Nana is a member. How will the next couple of months look for me?
Okay.
All right.
Well, my first card is the Ten of Wands, and I know, I'm sorry, it's a little dark, but it is a sense of having a lot on your shoulders. So that's the first thing to be aware of. You seem to have a lot to do or going on to take care of. There's just a feeling that you have quite a bit. The good news is the Fool here shows like some sort of new energy, new beginning. It could get some help. It could be an energy that helps you move through what you have. And Three of Pentacles, it's a sense of help. So I feel that, you're dealing with a particular situation that's maybe taking a lot of time or energy. And I'm seeing some help. I'm seeing some support coming in.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Sorry. First card I got, Knight of Cups. Okay, this is the romance card. This is your knight in shining armor, riding in on his white steed. Sweep you off your feet. That may be just a metaphorical type of feeling. Just you just may get into a very romantic, emotional spot point right now, um, whether with your significant other, whether if it's just with friends you're around, family you're around, it's just that kind of chivalrous, romantic feeling, that everything is wonderful, everything is lovely, everything's going to work out. That's kind of what that card has always stood for me. Then you get the magician. So this tells me that whatever you want to happen, you've got all the tools right there at your fingertips. All you got to do is reach out and go for it. It's all right there. So you can sort of manifest what it is that you want for the next couple of months, and you've got all the tools to do it with, which makes that manifesting a whole lot stronger to do. And then the last thing I got was the Four of Wands, which is just
Mhm.
a happy family, happy friends, a feeling of contentment, um, which to me goes along really great with our knight in shining armor here. Um, Prince Charming's on his way, and look, you're going to be happy ever after. Now, Prince Charming may have already landed on your doorstep. Sometimes you just have to remember to get out the tarnish cleaner and shine him up a little bit for him to look more like the knight in shining armor. But that's okay too. Whatever works for you. Just know that um, where did that card go? It's all at your fingertips. You've got whatever you want to happen in the next few months. You've got all the tools at your fingertips to make that happen. So it's up to you. What do you want? Um, okay. Let's see here. Gemini Moreri. Will Stephen Miller backstab Trump? Oh, absolutely. Yes, he will. I've done a reading on this before. Stephen Miller is the devil incarnate. Just my opinion on the YouTube. Just, whatever. Um, yeah, yeah, that's a yes. That's a definite yes. He will do whatever he has to do to try to keep himself out of jail. What about you, Nate? What do you get on that?
Yeah, I would. It goes with the personality. That's all.
All right. Let's see. Teresa Spriggs, and thank you so much for your donation. Um, I think we can do her. I could probably squeeze in one more after Teresa, and then I got to go prep. I've got a private reading to do. Um, and I know you've got other things to get done. So if we're not able to get to your question, if we weren't able to get to it today, come back to the slumber party tonight and just remind me, hey, you didn't get to me earlier today, and you'll go to the front of the line. Okay. So I try to answer everybody. Um,
I don't think Teresa has a question, but maybe we can just get a one card for her.
yeah. 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 Yeah.
From my Wales Oracle. Learning, and that's actually on point, is that yes, it's really overload, it's really overwhelming, but we're in a state of learning as well. There's a lesson here. We're learning a lot of lessons through this very difficult time. And sometimes keep in mind that sometimes there's no other path but learning lessons.
Yeah, and that can be a really hard lesson to learn.
Yes. Yeah.
um, I grabbed the same deck, just I was shuffling just as you said you were pulling your whales deck. I got celestial alignment, harmony. So look within. That's what's going to help you deal with the overload. Is if you need to pack up and go on vacation for a week and you can afford to do it, do it. If all you can do is run away for 2 hours and get away from everybody, sometimes that can help too. Go get a massage, go get a pedicure, go get your hair cut. something that makes you feel good can do wonders to take away that feeling of being
Yeah.
overloaded.
Or
I
don't watch
mean,
the news for a couple of days. As simple as that.
exactly, exactly. I know Marina, Heart Center Tarot. She goes and gets a full massage. I think it's every week or every other week she goes, and that's like her personal. She puts that money aside every month to cover it, and that's her way of dealing with being
Eh,
overwhelmed sometimes. And that's her me time. With me, it's a pedicure. So, we each have our own thing that we like to do that kind of helps us unplug. So, just something very easy that you can work with. Um, okay, Arlene, a message from my girl Penny, fur baby, who passed away over a year ago.
Oh, beautiful. I got journey. So she is talking about her journey into the other side, and she wants you to know that she has really, I even want to say, enjoyed her journey with you, but also her spiritual journey being on the other side. And so actually those two journeys are one of the same. Of
Yeah,
course, for you it doesn't feel the same because she's no longer physically there, but for Penny it's the whole journey.
yeah, absolutely. And from my connections deck, I pulled goodbye, moving on. This feels like, and that's a cute little bunny rabbit there, but it feels like this is kind of her way of just saying goodbye to you. As Nate was saying, her journey with you was important. It meant something. She's wanting you to know that there's that goodbye message, that she loved being with you, and knows that you'll be all right, and you'll find another fur baby sometime in the near future. Another animal will come into your life that will open that aspect of your heart again. Um, I know when my cat that I had for 15 years died, it was hard getting another pet, um, because I felt like I was cheating on him,
Hmm.
because he was with me for so long. But now I have my Minu and her one surviving kitten that is almost as big as she is now, Bruno, and they're all over the place, and they take up all of our time, and we love them just as much as we love the old cat that passed. So, um, I'm a firm believer that pets are angels in disguise, and they're sent here to give us that splice of heavenly joy while they're here with us. They're filling us up with that kind of love that we get from them, and that's a really awesome thing. And there's going to be another pet.
And you will be reunited on the other side when it's your turn.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. When you cross all of those animals that you've loved in your life, people that you've loved in your life, they're going to all be there. I mean, think of it as a grand reunion when you get there. I mean, that's what I've always been told is, yeah, y'all gonna be together again. Don't worry about it. Package for you right there. Thank you. So, yeah, that's what I got. And we are out of time. We got 11 questions done, so that's pretty good for
Yeah.
a little over an hour. Uh, and we will. be Nate and I know Nate will be back. I'll be back doing our regular stuff, but we'll be back on the
14th.
On the 7th for our deep dive on Nate's channel. And then we'll be back together on the 14th for Valentine's Day to do a Valentine's Day show together. And then on the 21st, the following week, we'll be back on my channel for our live stream. And so you'll get 3 weeks of us back to back. Can't ask for better than that. All of Nate's information is in the description box below. Please make sure you go and subscribe to his channel if you've not already.
Thank you.
Go check out his different offerings. Especially go check out his magazines that he puts out because they are phenomenal. I mean, I sit, like I said, the first one that I got, I've got like sticky notes and stuff all through it. I go back and look, if I have a particular question. And invariably there's something in there that he's written that kind of fits. So
thank you.
Thank you all for coming. Sorry we didn't get to all your questions, but come back tonight for the slumber party and just let me know you missed me earlier, and we'll put you to the front of the line and let you and get your question answered for you. So thank you, everybody. Love you big time. Bye to all. And I'll see y'all tonight. And Nate will see you. When are you back on? Today? Tomorrow?
Well, I have a
live
launch party at 2 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. And on Sunday also I do live questions at 5 p.m. Eastern. Yep.
There you go. So you get them double tomorrow. So, all right, y'all. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Bye.